Decimum quartum preceptum. Quando farete contrapunto a solo, so when you do it means a lamento, so improvising, or a penna, so writing. A solo probably means so with only one voice. So for example, one is singing a melody, and another person is playing or singing the improvising the counterpoint. A solo, dovete principiare dalla consonanza perfetta. Exactly. So it's saying you have to start from a perfect consonance. For example, it can be an octave, it can be a fifth, but perfect, so not imperfect. For example, let's see here. We have, what's this interval, Lazarus? Lazare, I would say as a vocative. We have mezzo-soprano clef and baritone clef.
B to a B, so it's an octave or a unison octave. Oh wait, no, it's an E, right? No, G. It's a G to a B. There's a third.
G to third. B, exactly. So it's not a perfect consonance. And I think we have another problem about clef. Because it can be. Let's read first of all the paragraph. Okay, and finir. So we have to start and finish with the perfect consonants. So it must be unison, or fifth, or octave. And exactly, this is questo è parere più comune. So what does it mean? Parere più comune means that this is one of the most common rules. Common rules. Okay, so you can find different rules in different treatises, different part of the Italy of the world, but this is a common rule among all the ancient masters. So in this example, there's something wrong because it's talking about starting and finishes with a perfect consonant. So I think in this case we have to read the bass as a bass clef, so with an E. Let's try. Let's do it. Sorry, let's play with two hands. I have two hands. Let's use both hands. No, it doesn't work. And probably... Oh, yes, of course. We are stupid. It's a mezzo-soprano clef, so this is a G.
Oh, yes.
That's not the problem. That's not the problem.
Wow.
That's not the problem. Oh, poor Chiodino. We are saying he's writing all things without sense. No, his case is our mistake. So it's his octave exactly to the seventh exactly. Sol, fa, sol, re, sol, exactly. Re, fa, la, sol, exactly. Sol, fa, sol, re, fa, la, sol. The interesting thing is this eight, this octave, and octave. If you do this today in a conservatories or a musical academy, they say this is wrong because you have to parallel octaves. But Chiodino writes this, so so you can do it. Of course, you have to contextualize what are you doing, but it's not always a mistake, as we can see. Okay, so what is saying Chiodino? We have to start and finish on an imperfect consonant. Good. Decimum quintum preceptum. Let's see how many precept. Okay, we have almost finished the first book, so let's continue up to the. We have only one page and a half to finish the first book. Decimum quintum preceptum. Habemus modum. So, abbiamo due sorti di contrappunto, cioè semplice e misto. So we have two kind of counterpoint. Simple, it says semplice, simple, and misto. Misto, it means, I think, so misto is difficult to translate in English because it seems like misto is when you have many things, okay, and you put them together like a mix. But in terms of diminuito. let's see what he says now. Il semplice è nota contro nota. So the simple counterpoint is when you put one note against one note. As you can see here, simplex, one note against one note. So let's read Lazare. Read the upper voice in Solmization.
This is a mezzo-soprano clef, right?
Exactly. So let's not make this mistake again.
So it'll be sol, fa, sol, ha.
Exactly. And the lower voice, another G. So this is a G descending. So
it'll be sol, re, mi, re.
yes, let's play it. Perfect. And now the misto counterpoint. Where is it? Ok, il semplice è di nota contro nota. So the simple counterpoint is note against one note. And in this kind of counterpoint si pongono solamente le consonanti e la sesta precadenza. What does it mean? That in this counterpoint you only have to use consonances. You can't use dissonances in simple counterpoint. So when you do one note against one note. And in the cadences you have to use the sixth. What does it mean? Don't use the suspension like 7, 6, 8 is not allowed in cadences, but only the 6 because it's simple counterpoint. In a misto counterpoint or fiorito, now we have the other word, so flourished counterpoint. How do you say in English? Is correct in English flourished counterpoint, Lazare?
I think a florid counterpoint.
Florid, okay, yes, because flourished is more like flower. No?
Honestly, no, flourish is like something that's like, how do I don't know why I can't explain this, but it's just something that's thriving, some living thing that's thriving, I guess.
Driving?
Thriving, so like living well and having good outcomes.
I see.
Unless I'm getting it wrong. I'm just gonna
yes,
look it up right quick.
For example, how do you say in English a piece of a field with many flowers, with a lot of flowers?
That would be like flowery, I guess.
Flowery.
But I just looked it up, and yes, flourish is about like some living being, like having good outcomes, being resilient and strong, surviving.
I see.
But it would be florid in that case.
Florid. Because we say fiorito in both cases. Fiorito, for example, a piece of grass with many flowers, we say prato fiorito. There was a game in old Windows computers where you have to check the flowers and not the bomb. How in Italian it was prato fiorito, this game. Do you remember it? You have.
I remember it, but I'm pretty sure I learned it in Spanish because, like, all my experience with Windows was before I came to the United States.
And how is in Spanish the name?
I don't remember that. I was too young.
In Italy it was prato fiorito, so it's the same meaning. Fiorito because of flourished melody, florid melody in this case. Okay. Anyway. Il misto o fiorito si fa d'ogni nota, any note. So you can put any kind of note in this case, in this florid counterpoint. Perfect, imperfect, chroma, semichroma, punti, so dot, punto is dot, and esempio, and have example, exactly. So let's see the second example. We have the bass. So first of all, let's sing the bass. We start with ut sol. Go, Lazare.
Wait, okay. Ut, sing the bass?
Yes, solmization.
Ut, sol, ut, re, ut, fa.
Yes, exactly. And now, not sing the melody, we start with with a mi.
Mi. La, sol, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, fa. Did I mess that up?
Exactly. Yes, it was good.
Okay, yeah, mi, fa.
La, Sol, Re. Yeah, I have to say that it's not a good position to play when where as I am, but it's good for this time. I have to find now another set here. So exactly, we have these notes. So minimas, we have semi-minimas, we have kite notes, so with a dot. We have chroma, so this figure is called chroma in Italian and Latin. As you can see, chrome in Latin and chroma in Italian. Semichrome, here we don't have semichrome, but in a flourished counterpoint you can use basically any kind of figure, any kind of melody interval you want, of course according to the counterpoint, to the rules and the good taste, as he said before. Okay, decimum sec. I know that reading Renaissance music is not always so simple. You, an excellent 21st century musician, risk not understanding the logical structure of musical phrases of this ancient style. As competent as you are, the ancient masters had another way of thinking about music horizontally, which is totally different from our modern system. The ancient one is called Solmization, and even today it is possible to learn it, thanks to Fa mi et mi fa est tota musica. Not familiar with this method? Click on this link and find out how it works.